Hey everybody, do you remember when I talked about last week how YouTube was biased against black people? Well, you know what? I'm not shocked that I found videos talking about this, but I'm actually glad that as a collective, we are calling out every single system that pretends that they are dealing with us fairly and that we all know that they're not dealing with us fairly, but that they use their system to pretend that they do deal with us fairly, and it's that we aren't abiding by or complying with the rules of their system, which is why we can't progress. Not that they're trying to hold us down by their rules and their logistics or whatever it is, but that we're not abiding by their system. But I'm glad there are a lot of YouTubers out there, and I'm even glad that I'm actually late to talking about this. And when I mean late, I'm going to show you some very prominent YouTubers, some gaming channels, etc. Talking about this problem. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna go through it together, and we're gonna break it down. And let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the truth about this. Oh, by the way, you guys haven't met Ben. This is Benjamin. Say hi, Ben. Say hello. Yeah, this is Ben, and he's gonna be with me right now. I'm kind of on baby duty as my wife prepares dinner and stuff. All right, everybody, here we go. You can see his topic right now: YouTube, racism, and favoritism. All right, I want you guys to listen very carefully to what this guy's saying. I remember, it's not a little YouTuber like me, who barely scratching the surface of 500 subscribers. This guy has 17.8 million subscribers. Black guy, and talking about the problems that we're all facing on YouTube. Do you know why I'm talking about this? Because I found it funny that many of my videos, and I said it before, unless I'm bashing black people, those videos don't get pushed out into the algorithm. But the minute I start to talk down about black women or black men, you see those videos just start, the views, it's crazy. It's crazy, people. Look at some of my videos. Look at some of my videos and see how quickly the views have risen on certain topics and how the views on other topics have not risen. Maybe it's that I'm a boring guy. Maybe I don't have the machismo that some of these YouTubers have to talk about certain topics to keep people interested. Maybe that's it. And I could be wrong. But you know what? Let me be totally honest with you. I doubt I am. All right, let's listen. Let's take a listen.
I'm going to try my best to articulate this video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just look like I'm coming out of nowhere having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black.
You see, and I've said that many times. I'm a very skeptical person. Very skeptical person. You understand? I don't want to always be that person either that says everything is this, everything is against us, everything. I want to always give people the benefit of the doubt, and then go through I want to go through every single answer before I'm led to that answer in particular. And a lot of YouTubers, I realize there are a lot of people, a lot of black people that really and truly do feel this way. they don't want to get up and say everything is R to the cist. They don't want to get up and say everything is prejudice, everything is biased. No, but when things are messed up and you're like, yo, why is it like this? And then you start to go through every single answer. It more than likely always lead to that one answer which is actually true, that it actually is a prejudice, biased, and racist system.
There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I ain't gonna. I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep.
Alright, so this goes back to what happened with my video with the black guy who attacked the white judge in court, where I did a reaction video. And as I was doing this video, it was basically what I was seeing. I didn't really see anybody put up any videos about it as yet. So I was like kind of like the first person to put up about that. So you know, when you're kind of on the first on certain things, you know, your video is going to be the video that pops up and people watch. And then when that happens, what do people do? They subscribe to your channel, right? So when after I published my video now, it was like a couple hours, and I started to see other YouTubers start to do that video. But then now, I started to see more white YouTubers than I saw black YouTubers do that video. And there were a couple of white YouTubers who did reactions that were worse than mine, where I was like jump scared and I was like, whoa. You guys saw my video. And these white YouTubers did not have their videos, you know, struck or removed. My video was completely removed. I appealed it. I was like, why is my video removed? And there's videos of people doing the same thing. And they claim that because I'm basically using my reaction as a shock value to draw in like subscribers. I'm like, isn't that what YouTubers do anyway? So I basically like appeal it. Within 24 hours I received the same thing. Oh no, we're not appeal struck down. This decision is going to remain the same. Unfortunately, because I'm a small channel, I can't get a YouTube rep to basically fight that for me. But I'm glad I am seeing this, and I've saw many other videos like this to many black YouTubers have been talking about this situation with YouTube for years. YouTube and its bias, prejudiced, and racist system, but pretending that they are not, but pretending that basically what we are a set of people that basically not abiding by them rules, and basically not abiding by whatever it is that they set, the policies that they set in place. All right, it couldn't be the color of our skin and the fact that we're gaining traction. It can't be, right? Okay.
Send them an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression, and I'm just gonna leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, all that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal.
Okay, so do you understand what he's basically saying? He's basically showing them the double standard of other white YouTubers who are just as big or even bigger than his channel, doing the same video game, doing the same thing, and their video is not struck or age restricted, preventing them from gaining certain views. Alright, this is exactly what I was talking about with my video, where I saw like many other YouTubers, black and white, but it wasn't even the black ones. That when I searched that video, it was mostly white YouTubers talking about it. Mostly white YouTubers talking about it, gaining the views, right? But my video was restricted from gaining views and removed completely off of YouTube, removed completely. And even if they were to give me back that video, it wouldn't make any sense right now. Why? Because the topic has passed and gone, so there's no way I can basically get any views off of it right now. Do you understand? So even if they give me back that video to moralistically say, oh, we made a mistake, it wouldn't matter. Because they would have played a chess game with me, showing me that, yo, they are in control, and oh, it's just to make their image look good and stuff like that. But they did that on purpose. But they would have done that on purpose to make sure that I wouldn't get the views from the video. All right, because it should be their skin color that gets the view from the video. I'm just saying what needs to be said. I'm just saying. I think we really constantly need to be calling these things out. You understand? And I don't care about I'll be, oh, everything is this to you, everything is this to you guys and stuff like that. Well, it is. Deal with it.
I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing.
Oh, you can read it and stuff like that, right? This it is. This is actually pretty damning for them, and I'm inclined to believe racism and or favoritism plays a part in this. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the situation. YouTube reversed the decision they doubled down on yesterday after being presented by a Markiplier clip. I'm actually more surprised they reversed it rather than tripled down and just age restricted him too. This actually speaks volumes more. All the momentum of the first video had been voided for nothing. Exactly. That was their whole plan. That was their plan the whole time. To basically prevent you from getting views. And then the minute you start to talk to them and get back your video now, Who cares about that? Because everybody has moved on to the next topic. You understand? So this is how they use policies and rules to prevent you from growing, and then talk about how, we can't grow, and they give the policies and rules to everybody, but everybody else seems to be growing. Right? Before I drop an exposed video tomorrow with the evidence that has been presented to me, I'm hoping for some clarity that might make sense in a way to dissuade me from getting ready to stir this pot further. Can you inquire why they changed their mind, and who made the decision to reinforce the age restriction yesterday, as well as their reasoning for doing so? Also, why these incidents always coincide with me trending number one multiple days in a row? I felt treatment towards me from YouTube, especially when I've been number one trending multiple days in a row, and on multiple occasions has been negative, and that my content is scrutinized heavier than a counterpart like Markiplier. And if you don't know who Markiplier is, he's a gamer. Skin color is different, white boy. You understand? And this is the point that we're making about the truth about who these people are. They pretend and lie and say that they're being fair, when we know that throughout history they have never gained anything, nor do they give anything by being fair. Just remember that, people. They're not going to be fair. This is who they are internally. They are a unrepentant race of people, and that's just who they are and how they behave. You understand what I'm saying? All right.
My feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play, there was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10-15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm number one trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was number one trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm number one trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views, he's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that, Bob. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the
So you see, people, when people are articulately talking about these problems and really and truly dissecting it and taking it out piece by piece and showing you people piece by piece how all these pieces go together to the system that basically is used against us, these people are always going to come with gaslit words. They're going to come with everything except for them basically admitting who they are. Everything except admit that, yeah, this is who I am, deal with it.
Policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down.
Mm-hmm.
They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay. We see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across.
So let me just give you guys a little schematics right now. Basically, the age restrict his video, which restrict like his viewers that would probably be like, say, 12 to 16, because once you do age restriction, basically it's only people who are 18 and over can see a video. So what if you have a video that like certain age group can actually watch it and stuff, and you'd get more viewers from them? Then do you understand what I'm saying? So basically they age restricted his video, which restricts him to just like people who basically wouldn't even be interested in the product that he's basically pushing on his YouTube channel right now. Then he points out that there's another person who is not of his skin color and who is of the dominant ruling class skin color, who you have this rule and policy claiming that these rules and policies are for everybody, but apparently you didn't apply this rule and this policy to that person. So when they realize that, oh, okay, yeah man, sorry about that, they basically, lifted his age restriction for his video. Then he basically says, nah, that ain't it, because what I expected to do is to enforce the rules and the policies that you claim to have for everybody on that person too. So I didn't want my age restriction lifted. I wanted you to enforce the same rules and policies that you claim you have on everybody. So basically what they did now was he said that he wanted to like kind of prod a little bit further with it, and he prodded and basically this is what happened. They basically say, oh, you know what, we're kind of being exposed like this. So they basically just age restricted his video and age restricted Markiplier's video as well. Shout out to Markiplier, dude. I have nothing against you, my friend. I watched their videos coming up before I even moved to America. I watched the videos coming up. So no, sorry, not before I moved to America. When I first came to America, like 2015, I was watching your videos. Especially, I used to watch your VR videos a lot and have a good laugh. And when you lost your first channel and stuff like that, I was really like that. I felt bad for you when you lost your first channel. So just know that this is not against you or anyone who are basically, white gamers. You understand what I'm saying? This is just to point out a problem that we face, not only as gamers, but as YouTubers as well.
I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They saw that I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on, so then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers?
Because
my peers,
you
and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row.
Because, brother, you is black.
Which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending. This situation was only bad because I've been #1 trending since I got back. Every other YouTuber has uploaded the mortuary assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know?
Exactly.
And admittedly, I cannot 100.
A lot of them nowadays, they're very covert about their racism, their racism. I've met many people who were covert about it. Many people who basically they are, and basically they pretend like they are not, and they try to befriend you, but in a way they use you as this kind of bridge and a shield against their own like when people come for them, they can say, oh, I have a black friend and all those things. I come across many of them. Who are covertly racist. You understand? They aren't out in the open as much anymore. But if you basically just observe these people and listen to how they speak, then the true them will come out, because you can only go so far before you basically show your true self. You understand? You can only hide for so long before the true you comes to the surface. All right?
100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. Even when we hit 10 million subscribers, and I was supposed to get my diamond play button, and there was no correspondence. These situations always coincide with an uptick of growth, and it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
that's how it comes off.
Absolutely, my
I don't
friend.
see
I
any
understand
other YouTuber
exactly
that
how
gets
you
number
feel.
one trending many times, and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me, if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever Corey Kenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too.
Or any other black creator who basically has a very trending topic out their mouth, the first person to have that trending topic and start to push it forward and start to gain traction, views on it, and then one of their little white creators start to pick up on it. They realize, oh, this is what's going on in the black community. Let's this person got it, so let me start to. They start to restrict your video or shadow ban it a little bit so that the views basically slowly build, and then basically they push their skin color creators forward, and then they get it, and then basically they lift the algorithm off of your video, so you can now start gaining views. But by that time, the trend of that topic has already passed, so the views don't really even matter right now.
Too much. We gotta find something. We gotta get him for something. He's gotta have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like I literally. This is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team.
I agree.
YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that.
I agree.
They got their favorite creators.
I agree.
Log out of YouTube. Log out and
Mm-hmm.
go to YouTube. You'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight.
Oh my god.
Do you know how condescending and patronizing that is? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's very condescending and patronizing. Trust me. It is.
Let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do. And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we gotta age restricted. And then, oh no, he's on to us. Okay, we gotta age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake! That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to keep my emotions out of it. I wanted to stay logical, stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube.
Brother, many of us have those emotions, not just about YouTube, but the system that basically governs the entire world itself right now. Trust me. So it's not just YouTube. You understand? YouTube plays a very, very small role. You understand? But trust me, the system is much bigger than that. They're just applying what they've known to apply to us for years. It ain't nothing new, my friend. It ain't nothing new.
Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I going to upload it? You know, I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair and that, hey,
the playing field has never been fair. They claim that they've made it fair, but they have not made it fair. And whenever we tell them to make it fair, they say that we are lying, that it's not fair, and that we just don't want to play by the rules that are fair.
if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable?
Exactly.
I have no problem being
Exactly.
punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that
Most black people who do this don't. If we're applying to this and we're saying that there are certain rules and policies for us to basically follow and we break that rule, most black people are like, okay, yeah. But if we basically like break that rule and Tom and Hardy and Jeff break that rule and they're not punished but we're punished, of course you have to look within it. But then they're gonna say, oh, you know what, you instead you went over the boundary, but Jeff and Hardy only stepped on the boundary, and they're not out but you're out. Okay.
I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because
Yes,
I'm
my brother.
getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation. But that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned, or they they start
No worries, brother.
not
I've
sending
been
my
shadow
videos
banned
up to
for
my
years.
subscribers, or
For
or
years
you
I've
know,
been
in
shadow
a couple
banned.
months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos. We know why.
But I
We
can
know
bet you I
why.
can come out of being shadow
Those
banned
shadows
if I
behind the
bash
scenes,
black
they
men and
control it
black
all.
women.
They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now.
Mm-hmm.
They could hide my videos. They could
Mm-hmm.
shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this, but
That's because you make your money off of YouTube. You make your living off of YouTube. So I 100% I understand is that you want to be extremely careful not to bite the hand that feeds you in a certain way, but you do want to express the misgivings and the mistreatment and the ill treatment that you feel that you're going through and stuff like that. So I 100% understand where he was very conflicted, and it took him a long time to practical. He had to think long and hard about, maybe I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose this money maker. I'm gonna lose all of this because I spoke up against the system. But brother, really and truly, if none of our people do it now, we have to, you understand, we have to talk about it. You understand, we have to talk about it, and then things are, because it is true. It's not a rare phenomenon. It's not rare with anybody. It seems to mainly be our people. Now they'll throw in some other people here and there, but I can guarantee you the people who get it the most is our skin color people. All right. So the whole point of this video was to point out the truth about what I was talking about. And what these people always do, they always gaslight us. They always make us seem like we don't work hard enough. That it's not what it actually is, but it is. It actually is. And I'm pointing this out is because maybe there are many of you YouTube creators, even like myself, with a small channel, and you're wondering why is it that you can never get the numbers on certain topics but you get the numbers on other topics, and why is it that when you do certain videos and stuff like that, and even when you read YouTube's policies, you look at your video and you know that your video don't violate YouTube's terms, rules and policies, but yet still you look at other white creators doing the same thing or practically even worse, and yet YouTube basically don't strike their channel, don't remove the video, or don't say anything to them. It is what it is. These are the people who are basically in control. And until we get to a point where we are the ones in control of these types of things, then things like this is going to continue to happen to us time and time and time again. This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. Shalom. Peace. I am out.